One second you're a genius, the next your legacy is literally falling apart. Welcome to a love story that involves 5 shots to the larynx, where the only thing colder than the contract is the marriage bed. People are watching, but nobody is ready for the carnage coming next. Theo claims he'd rather live with his wife than a wild animal. High praise. Ivy loves that he has arms. The bar for men is literally on the floor. Apparently, being armless is a deal breaker for her romantic life. He remembers her having a personality once. Ouch, Theo. But then the gloves come off, he smells like a drunken fish. And just like that, we go from I love you to total loser. Theo thinks verbal abuse is hilarious. Spoiler, it's not. The therapist begs for vulnerability, but these two choose violence. Ivy calls it British banter. I call it grounds for divorce. Stick with any NXT because this toxicity is just warming up. Theo unveils his masterpiece. Look at that smug face. He designed it to make people miserable. What a visionary. He literally hopes the tenants jump. Great guy, this Theo. His colleague smells the bitterness, and it reeks worse than anchovies. Theo asks for a weapon. Totally normal office conversation. Ivy's cooking up brilliance and taking all the credit from God. She dreams of freedom, he dreams of, well, having sex. Which hasn't happened yet. Priorities, people. Things get chilly in the cool room, only on any NXT. Flashback to London. Foggy weather, foggy memories. She's mixing chocolate and shrimp. Sounds gross, tastes like genius. He's amazed. She's a culinary wizard with a dark side. He wants the museum to feel dangerous. Be careful what you wish for. Do you live with courage, or do you just watch any NXT? Back to the food, eating icons, it's symbolic, get it. He's getting high on sugar and love, it won't last. Restricting joy leads to weird obsessions, like this channel. Parenting tip, let the kid vomit, builds character. Ivy apologizes, not on the day she conquers the culinary world. She built his building out of cake, now that is a flex. Is she brilliant? Rhetorical question, she's unstoppable. She knows exactly how to stroke his fragile ego. Wait, isn't his mom allergic? Ivy plays dirty. She almost kills the matriarch and calls it genius. Ruthless. Don't drown in the drama, subscribe to any NXT instead. Remember when society told women to crush their dreams? Good times. She's got the cash, he's got the doubt. He tries to limit her brilliance to weekends. Nice try, Theo. Fast forward, the restaurant is open and the boys are here. Everyone is happy for exactly 5 seconds. A customer tries to pay with a Bed Bath & Beyond coupon. Classic. Ivy demands love before hustling back to the kitchen. The place is empty, maybe rename it, we've got chlamydia. Catchy. The American friends arrive, loud, proud, and armed. They joke about the Revolutionary War. Too soon. Guns in the house, just a normal Tuesday in America. The squad is assembled, chaos is guaranteed. Everyone is packing heat, what could possibly go wrong? She holds the gun ironically. That's not how bullets work, sweetie. This gun killed a man, perfect housewarming gift. But wait, Bari has a special surprise for Theo. It's a heartfelt moment before the testosterone kicks in. They hate guns, but they love shooting them. Hypocrisy at its finest. 5 shots to the throat, any NXT aims for the heart. The couple that slays together stays together, or not. Everyone is hyped for Theo's Maritime Museum. Steel wood and a whole lot of hubris. One rule, don't mess up the historic site. No pressure. A critic calls his design half-assed. Shots fired. Who asked Rory? Nobody likes Rory. She hates his philosophy. This dinner party is awkward. His friend defends him. He's a star, just wait. A toast to Theo. Drink it up while you can, buddy. Phone rings, it's bad news. The kind that ruins lives. Something serious is happening. The mood shifts instantly. Ivy invents a lie about an escaped convict with a sword. They bail on the party. The lies are starting early. Theo appreciates the terrible lie. That's true love. The museum opens. It looks spectacular. He's leaving a mark on the earth. Spoiler, it's a crater. Why live if you don't build giant ego monuments? This philosophy brought to you by any NXT. Breaking news, Mother Nature hates architecture. The storm diverts traffic right to Ivy's failing restaurant. The museum's sale looks whimsical. That means unstable. The critic is at the restaurant, it's showtime. Ivy is stoned, cooking for a critic. Panic mode activated. She wants to burn the kitchen down, a valid strategy. Theo gives a pep talk, cook like you want to seduce her. I love you, don't kill me, foreshadowing. Back at the museum, the sale is wobbling. It's not gonna fall, famous last words. Ivy serves the food, it's orgasmic. The denial is strong, gravity is stronger. Crash, down goes the legacy. Stop filming, but the internet sees everything. It's a disaster, and Theo is the star of the blooper super real. He's obsessed with the footage, doom-scrolling his own life. He claims he's fine, narrator voice he was not fine. Ivy tries to distract him. He's too busy drowning in shame. The restaurant got a review. Was it good? Theo is crushed. Ivy hides her success to protect his ego. Time jump, Theo is now the stay-at-home dad. Something big is happening at the restaurant. Ivy is a superstar. Crowds are lining up. 2 months waiting list. Theo can't even get a table. She's making bank. He's making nothing. Theo meets his old boss. It's awkward. The boss blames him. That dumbass sale was dangerous. People think Theo is suicidal. Is he? I'm fine, shouts the man who is clearly falling apart. He gave his soul to that building. Now it's scrap metal. The kids arrive. They love successful mommy. Theo admits he got fired. Happy family lunch. Any NXT is hiring viewers like you. Grandma says life is cruel and then you die. Cheerful woman. Theo needs a drink or 10. The kids are winning. Theo is losing. Ivy basks in the applause. She loves it. She pities him. That's worse than hate. Don't dwell on failure. Look at my success instead. Take a rest, she says. You're unemployable anyway. She wants to expand. He's now the nanny. He can build children instead of collapsing buildings. Ouch. Enjoy the kids before they turn into criminals. Just for a little while, the biggest lie in marriage. She accepts her genius. He accepts his apron. He walks away. The power dynamic has officially flipped. The staff looks to Ivy. She's the captain now. She says she's not hierarchical, which means I run this show. Her speech was inspiring. Theo's speech was silence. Theo enters his villain arc. He tries to find joy in service. It tastes like bile. He hates his own ambition now. Capitalism is a blind giant. Deep thoughts from a sad architect. He rejects his toxic masculinity. Or does he? He trains the kids like soldiers. We're gonna be fine. He's running them into the ground. Ivy is drowning in success. A couple makes out in the kitchen. Ivy approves. Just don't touch the food. Hygiene first. Mama had a good lunch. 134 covers. She needs bigger shorts to hold all this money. The phone won't stop ringing. Don't miss the next video on any NXT. The kids can't eat ice cream. They signed a contract with dad. Ivy tries to overrule him. Politely decline the contract. Who makes their kids sign a legal document for fitness. Fun is the enemy of the goal. Theo is a tyrant. Reading Bukowski to children, that's definitely child abuse. Ivy tries to intervene. The kids are brainwashed. What's the point of a contract if we break it? Little lawyers. The kids are cursing now. They respect the discipline. Ivy is impressed and horrified. Sex is off the table, obviously. She apologizes for his parenting. Confusing. He's going to run them 12 miles tomorrow. Psycho. The kids like the pain. Stockholm syndrome. He manipulates her into sex. Pain is weakness leaving the body. Great pillow talk, Theo. You are still a failure. Women don't like that. Pain is just weakness leaving the body. A table with a dagger from the Spanish Inquisition. The solution, some sugar-crusted sex. In a house that looks like a great place for suicide. Ivy suggests a 12-mile run for the kids. Light cardio right. She negotiates sex like a hostage situation. Orgasm first, sleep later. Theo hits them with the classic toxic mantra, pain is weakness. Celebrity chefs are descending like locusts. She explains how to execute bees with hair conditioner. Charming. While Theo plays nanny, Ivy is jet-setting with culinary royalty. A photo shoot turns into an impromptu LA trip. Champagne and gem on while Theo handles the chaos at home. She didn't ask for permission, and Theo is feeling some type of way. They pretend to be the cool couple who support each other's dreams. Any NXT brings you the drama you pretend you don't love. Theo hits her with the fine, go have fun guilt trip. Even the staff tells Theo to stop being such a miserable dick. He tries to pivot to supportive husband, but it sounds painful. Fun, he can't remember what that word even means. She spent an hour on laundry, he wants a medal. She's building an empire, he's complaining about hard work. He demands appreciation like it's a tax return. They stand off over who is working harder. Spoiler, it's Ivy. She forces out a compliment, it tastes like ash. He weaponizes donuts to make her feel like a terrible wife. A victory for Theo, and he knows it. Nothing says I'm sorry like sugar-crusted makeup sex. But work never sleeps, and neither does Jane the assistant. The donut idea is stolen instantly. Business is brutal. The kids count reps like Marines in training. They wear their medals 24/7 like little Olympic weirdos. Their friends arrive and immediately sense the toxic vibes. Theo brags that his children vomit from exhaustion. That's commitment, apparently. Bari reminds Theo that women generally dislike failure. Thanks, Bari. Bari offers to sleep with Theo. That's supportive. They claim they're fine, but you could float a battleship on the tension. Just intense, like a car crash in slow motion. Bari calls out the undercurrent of discontent. Ivy asks if the guests service truck drivers in the parking lot. Finally, they admit that sometimes they despise each other's existence. Dizzying waves of hatred, just normal marriage stuff, right? Theo implies he'd rather hang out with Charles Manson than Ivy. Manson on a good day, of course. The Beach Boys Manson, not the murder spree one. important distinction. They decide mutual hatred is just a normal part of marriage. The kids are literally draining the marrow from Ivy's soul. They fantasize about running away, but settle for exhaustion. A trip to New York sounds giddy until reality hits. He wants her, she wants sleep. Sleep wins. Sally brings up the collapsing building video. Read the room, Sally. Theo claims he's designing a psychotic new campus. Everyone has seen the video. Theo is a meme. Everyone else is thriving while Theo's career is in the toilet. Like this breakdown, smash subscribe on any NXT for more chaos. Drunk Theo accuses the waiter of stealing his masterpiece. Are we in danger? Probably, mostly from second-hand embarrassment. He orders whiskey for his sleeping wife. Classy move. He fights a waiter over imaginary drawings in the trash. The next morning, the hangover distracts from the crushing humiliation. Ivy pretends it's fine. It is definitely not fine. Dinner isn't for hours, plenty of time to spiral. Ivy goes to a fancy dinner. Theo stays home to pout. He chooses golf scores over social interaction. She puts a moratorium on kissing for the day. Wise choice. A pity compliment about his past buildings. Brutal. Theo tries to give a speech about resilience. Nobody asked. Ivy snaps and tells him to stop being a little bitch. She works hard, he complains. The dynamic is shifting. Just a comment, no, that was an evisceration. Get over it or get on top of it. Ivy is done coddling. He agrees he doesn't mean it. She threatens physical violence if he keeps whining. Theo attempts a philosophical apology. Ivy walks away. He suggests swapping roles again. Ivy is not interested. She loves the cooking and the joints by the sea. She's expanding the empire. He's asking if she can get a job. The thought of starting over terrifies her, but she found an equity partner in New York. She uses feminism as a reason to keep her fame. Convenient. Someone has to be sacrificed. Guess who? She offers him a consolation prize. Build us a dream house. Forget ego death. Show the world you're a genius on my dime. He questions the budget. She tells him to shut up and build. She wants him to prove he wasn't a massive mistake. Born to build or born to spend Ivy's money. She demands an ocean view. Obviously. Cue the construction montage. Theo gets his second chance. It's gonna be amazing or a disaster, one of the two. Bari thinks Ivy gave Theo his balls back. Bari overshares about yeast infections. Theo just wants redemption. He wants to make something worthy of Ivy. A hug turns into a joke about opening the marriage. Or is it? He's getting a shot. Let's hope he doesn't miss. Don't miss your shot. Subscribe to any NXT right now. Theo spends $28,000 on Irish moss. For the roof. Does America not have moss? A valid question. Ivy reminds him that money actually has to be earned. He ignores her budget concerns for a glass tree case. Ivy calls him a wanker. Fair assessment. He bought a table with a Spanish Inquisition dagger embedded in it. Hattie gets her period at a pool party. Nightmare fuel. She called dad, not mom. Ivy is crushed. Theo calls his parenting intuitive. Ivy calls it annoying. Theo twists the knife. You're never there, are you? Theo tells Ivy to shut her stupid mouth. Healthy. Ivy tries to have a moment. The kids just want to run. The kids are scaling fences for lat development. Totally normal. Ivy asks if they are avoiding dad. The kids are chugging protein blasts and avoiding eye contact. One calls the other a traitor for talking to mom. Ivy wonders if they are trapped in a machine of their own making. The kids are aiming for Miami scholarships. They want out. Theo recites his hate list from the beginning. Complete dead shit. Resentment, self-righteousness, mockery. The gang's all here. They replay their therapy insults for fun. Time's up. Ivy demands a discount for the unprofessionalism. It was fun while it lasted. The kids got into the boarding school. They're leaving. The work goes on. Even in celebration, it's a grind. Ivy misses them already. Theo is just proud. Theo reminds them to stretch upon landing. Priorities. They say goodbye. The house is about to get very quiet. Thank God they've gone. Just kidding, or is he? Theo gives one last lecture on eating like a rabbit. Avoid blood sugar spikes like a cross-country trucker. Jane suggests opening another restaurant. Ivy agrees. The kids are gone. The new house is ready. Ivy orders the fire lit and the music up. Ivy is bonding deeply with her Negroni. Hal the AI claims to have no wants or needs. Liar. Guests praise the gravitational center, which means nice room. Words don't mean anything. At least Bari is honest. Watching a white man reclaim his power is moving. Sure. A guest insults the crappy stove. It's Julia Child, you peasant. It's a fragile beauty. Theo is defensive. Ivy needs extreme concentration to not slit her wrists into the salad. The English invented repressing feelings. Ivy is a pro. Guests note the house is a beautiful place to commit suicide. Ivy goes back inside to admire the clarity of a wall. A rival architect calls the masterpiece adequate. Brutal. He predicts Theo will be sad in his own home. Accurate. The house was supposed to be healing. It's just adequate. Theo insists the ugly stove is not passive-aggressive. It definitely is. Bari makes a handjob joke that lands with a wet thud. Ivy is sickened by his naked body, but she adores him. They discuss if Kippers is a Tory sex act. Probably. Bari is falling for the accent again. Ivy nearly drops the C-bomb. Classy dinner party vibes. She ignores the warning. Whore. Another Negroni, too subtle. Theo brags about the Inquisition dagger in the table. Foreshadowing. Ivy wakes up beaming with gratitude. Allegedly. Sally compares them to a sack of kittens near a river. That implies drowning. Ivy sarcastically thanks him for making it all possible. He actually means it. He's having sex with her and she barely notices. A true love story. Dinner turns into a roast, and not the food kind. The banter escalates to choking and name-calling. Shitbird, whore, just playful nicknames, right? The guests are deeply uncomfortable. We are deeply entertained. Sally realizes why she has no friends. It's this exact reason. They discover the guests also have kids. Who knew? College-age kids? No, just genetically gifted 13-year-olds. They share parenting horror stories. Surrogates eating sushi. The horror. The grief was so bad she got monkeypox. Sure, Jan. Ivy's pain is still raw. Theo rolls his eyes. They brag about their restaurant empire. 9 locations and counting. Upscale but not intimidating, like Olive Garden with truffles. Theo interrupts her spotlight moment. How dare he? He accuses her of caustic narcissism. Pot meat kettle. She loves the attention. He hates that she loves it. The insults get specific. Tiny dick. Ouch. Ivy tells him to cry like he did when the dog died. Low blow. The guest is an empath and is suffering. We don't care. Theo drunkenly calls Ivy a bitch. The table goes silent. Hal plays napalm death to clear the room. Good bot. The guests flee. The real fight begins. Ivy claims she embarrassed herself for him. A martyr complex. She calls him a needy bore. He calls her, well, worse. She demands a thank you. He refuses. He gives a sarcastic apology worthy of an Oscar. She pretends to be touched. Neither of them means it. He accuses her of stealing the children. They're sweaty robots who only talk about sodium. He built the empire to pay for her shrine. He lists his parenting sacrifices, dermatologist appointments. Ivy has no idea what he's talking about. Hattie had eczema on her toes. Ivy didn't know. Roy confirms it. Ivy is out of the game. Her resentment has no factual basis. That stings. Theo says she can't apologize because she needs it too much. A bottomless pit of need. An Irish moss. Ivy agrees. Wait, what? She admits she needs validation. A rare moment of honesty. But then she flips it. You're the philosopher, I'm the bitch. And she wins again. She feels hollowed out by the kids leaving. She just wants a hug. He goes for a run instead. He saves a beached whale, as one does. Ivy finds out from Jane. She is pissed. You saved a whale and didn't tell me. He claims she would have ruined the moment because she doesn't take anything seriously. She claims to be spiritual because she masturbates to Deepak Chopra. He felt one with the whale, and in that moment, he realized he had to leave Ivy. The whale told him to get a divorce. Basically, Ivy is furious. Fuck you and your whale friend. She refuses to let him be the one who ends it. Enter the divorce lawyers and a dog named Bruno. Bari's lawyer calls Theo a bottom-feeding piece of shit. Ivy offers him $100,000 to disappear. Theo wants the house. Ivy says hell no. His lawyer calls Ivy a sociopathic whorehole. Bari is shocked. Whorehole. The lawyers advise them not to talk. They talk anyway. It's a stalemate. No one gets the house. Bari suggests they try being nice. Nod when you want to shake your head. Solid advice. Ivy threatens to pick him apart. Theo is unmoved. He burns her cookbooks, first edition Escoffier gone. The kids call to congratulate them on the divorce. They admire their courage to end the nightmarish death spiral. Ivy burns his Irish moss. The smoke is lovely. He blasts polka music in her room. No override. She threatens to shit on his pillow. Mature. Amy checks their energy. Theo wants a one-night stand. He wants Strange to forget his melting face. But he wants Bari to drive him to chemo. That's friendship. Ivy's restaurant orders are cancelled. 2 tons of cheese was instead of fish. Theo deep-faked a video of her smoking crack. Smoke the truth, bitches. He's sending it to her clients. She still refuses to sign the house over. He poisoned her dessert with raspberries. She's allergic. He holds the EpiPen hostage for the house deed. Sign that, I stab you with this. A fair trade. He signs, he stabs, she lives. She thanks Zendia. The delirium sets in. She waves a white flag and pulls a gun. Things are getting out of hand. No kidding. She admits loving him made her bent and distorted. He accuses her of endless choices that weren't us. She felt abandoned. He didn't care to know her anymore. He shoots the stove, not Julia Child's stove. Hal kills the lights. Chaos ensues. She hit the stove, a direct hit. They scream about who stopped loving who first.